There's 4 in total. I want to get the other 2, waiting for CVS to hit me with that Physicians Formula coupon. And I'll be there. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea and we have another monthly favorites for you today. We're going to be talking about my July monthly favorites. And so yeah, it's July monthly favorites. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day to stop by and watch my channel. I really do appreciate it. If this is your first time here, I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, I'm so thankful that you decided to just support my channel. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you for every like, for every comment, for just, like I said, supporting my channel. It really does mean the world to me. So let's just get into all of these goodies because I've got skincare, I've got some makeup, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's start off with skincare. The first thing I want to talk about is this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hyaluronic Acid Serum. So I have been using hyaluronic acid since 2016 and I swear by it. So if you're not sure, it's a component that's naturally within our skin and it's the component that is going to allow for moisture to be absorbed. So it's going to allow for your skin to absorb water and retain water. So as we age, like almost everything associated with our bodies, it's going to diminish over time. So it's very important to incorporate this into your skincare so that your skin can remain looking plump and youthful and vibrant as long as possible. So I like trying different HA serums because, you know, I just like to try them, and I really enjoy this one. It's very thin, but it's also very hydrating, and it absorbs into the skin very quickly. I like this Hydro Boost line smell. All of the products that are in this particular line smell very fresh and very clean, and I really have been enjoying it. So I wanted to talk about it because I think I've had this now for over a month. I like to try skincare for about a month before I give my feedback on it, so I really have been enjoying that. Another skincare product is this Good Molecules overnight, what's it called? Overnight exfoliating treatment. Y'all, first of all, this is $6, okay? And it is formulated with 10% AHAs and BHAs. If you aren't aware of what those are chemical exfoliators. So these exfoliators are meant to resurface and renew the skin. And I love using chemicals like this at night so that, number one, I'm not out in the sun and I'm, you know, having the UV rays irritate my skin along with this. It's best to use any AHAs or BHAs at night. But y'all, this works. So I have hormonal acne, hate it. And especially when my acne is really flaring up, I use a chemical exfoliator every night in my skincare anyway. And so I was running low on the one that I'm currently using and I was like, this is only $6. I've heard some pretty good things about it. But you all, this really does allow my skin to turn over much more fast. And when I have breakouts and blemishes, they do tend to clear up, in my opinion, a little faster than when I'm not using this. You are to use this, it says apply a few drops to clean skin at night, use up to 3 times per week. So I typically will use this 3 times per week. And the nights that I use this, I'm not using my chemical exfoliators from other products. This is worth every bit of the $6. This is worth more than $6. You can get this off beautylish.com and I highly recommend, if you're already on the website buying something, throw this in your basket. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Okay, let's move on to some makeup. I do have a foundation that I really have been enjoying this month. This Maybelline Dream Urban foundation. I've made a couple of videos on this foundation. I did a full review on this and I also compared this to the IT Cosmetics CC cream to see if we had a dupe. So I'll link both of those videos in the cards above. But this particular type of full coverage protective makeup, as it's marketed, is just a really good solid foundation. It has an SPF of 50 in it. It gives me great solid medium coverage. I feel like I could even potentially build this up to, you know, a light full coverage. I have the shade 330 Toffee and I feel like that does match my skin pretty well. There aren't a lot of shades in this particular foundation, so that is one of the downfalls of this particular foundation. There's only 12, but if you can find your shade, this is really, really good. Lightweight on the skin, it lasts all day, and I feel like even though it provides great coverage, it's not going to make you look overly done. So if you wanted to apply this lightly, you could and get, you know, your full day's wear out of it. I really have been enjoying it. Eyeshadow. So I am looking at the ColourPop Honey palette. I just did a review and a tutorial of this palette, and honey, love it. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and although this hasn't been in my collection long, love it. So if you have not seen this palette, I'm sure you already have. Here is the palette here. These colors are just stunning. They're very pigmented. They blend very well. This is my first ColourPop 9-pan palette, and I get the hype now of why everyone raves so much about them. The quality is great. Last time I checked ColourPop, this was out of stock, but I know that ColourPop is pretty good about putting things back in stock. So if you have been eyeing it, get it. I'm telling you, when it comes back in stock, do yourself a favor and get it. On to some blushes. So I received all 4 of these Mented cosmetic blushes in a giveaway that I won. I was so excited because I don't win giveaways, so I was so excited to win it. But they are really, really good. I'm wearing the shade Peach for the Stars right now. I did a review of all 4 of them, so I will link that video in the cards above. But here is Peach for the Stars. It's such a beautiful shimmery blush, and the word shimmer is the best way to describe it because you don't see chunks of glitter in it. You just get a beautiful sheen on the cheeks, and the sheen is not overly done. So Peach for the Stars and then Pinky Promise are the 2 shimmer blushes. So this is a nice pink golden shimmer, and the colors are not overbearing. So if you're someone who's not really into shimmer blushes, I think that you would still like these blushes, or you still could like them, because you're not having chunks of glitter. In my opinion, they don't accentuate your pores or any areas of your face that you would not want accentuated by a highlight or a shimmer. And I think that is what makes the product feasible for someone who may not like it. And then the 2 matte shades that they have are Buried Away. I cannot wait to wear this in the fall. I know I could wear it now, but this just screams fall. And then Clay Too Much. Although this is a blush, I have been using this as a bronzer, and y'all, I actually had to force myself to stop using this as a bronzer because it was so good. This was the only thing I wanted to use to bronze my skin up. It gave me such a beautiful kind of reddish hue on the skin. Oh, I've got lipstick on my hand. So, let's see, it's right there. Oh, so good. If you've been interested in these blushes, I say check them out. They're really, really good. I'm so thankful and grateful that I was able to win these in a giveaway so I could try them all. On to a bronzer, an actual bronzer. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Suntan 03. They have 4 shades, so there's one deeper than this. And this bronzer is pretty. So this is the bronzer that I'm wearing on my face, and this is it swatched on my hand. And I love how like subtle this bronzer is, but apparent it is. So I feel like when I look at my face, I can tell that my face is bronzed, but it doesn't look too red, doesn't look too orange, doesn't look too much of anything. This particular shade I feel is pretty neutral, and even though it looks really light in the pan, like it wouldn't be deep enough to bronze with for my complexion, it really is. Very soft, very blendable powder, and I'm actually thinking about picking up the shade 04 that's deeper than this, just to see what it looks like, but I really enjoy that bronzer. Okay, I forgot about this powder. I was trying to go in the order that I apply my makeup, and I forgot this powder. So this is the Hourglass Translucent Veil Powder. I'm only talking about it because I don't think I've mentioned it on my channel, but I adore this powder. So I love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. Love it, swear by it. I wear it in the shade medium. I love it particularly for setting my under eye concealer and then my T-zone. But I'm running thin on it, and I am not trying to have to repurchase it anytime soon, so I'm trying to conserve it. So I picked up this, and I picked up this deluxe size because I was like, you know, if I don't like the powder, then I'm not wasting my money on the full size. But I really love it. I once again use it in my T-zone area, so I use this powder to set my eyes, my under eye, and then I also use it to set my T-zone. And I just love that it's not a drying powder. I feel like it doesn't ever make me look cakey or make my under eye area look dry and just tired and saggy. It doesn't accentuate any of my fine lines, and this powder is just gorgeous. It's so finely milled and it's so smooth. This is a great powder if you have dry skin, because my under eye area is really dry compared to the other skin that's on my face. My other skin on my face is pretty normal, but it doesn't ever make my under eye area look overly dry, and that's why I really like it. Very finely milled, and I'm so excited that I decided to try it, because I will repurchase my Charlotte Tilbury powder, but now I don't have to go through it as quickly because I have this to balance it out with. And this has been the powder that I've been using under my eyes consistently now for I think almost 3 months. I'll pick up the Charlotte Tilbury here and there, but I mainly am using this one. I love it. Alright, let's go on to these highlighters. Now, Physicians Formula is about to get all my money with this Rose All Day collection. Y'all, these highlighters are beautiful. So I'm currently wearing this one right here that's called Freshly Pickled. Let me make sure that the brush doesn't fall out. And it's just, I don't even know how to describe the color. It's this pinky champagne gold color. Don't ask me to describe nothing. It's so pretty. And then this one is Petal Pink, and this is more of a true pink highlighter. I'll sometimes use it as a blush because it is pretty. It is a pretty pink highlighter. So I can use it. It's right here. I can technically use it as a highlight, but I typically will use it as a blush, and I'll just kind of bring it up on my cheeks here so that I can have a highlight, but it doesn't just look awkward because it's only sitting right here. Oh, they're so pretty. There's 4 in total. I want to get the other 2, waiting for CVS to hit me with that Physicians Formula coupon. And I'll be speaking of the Rose All Day collection, this Illuminating setting spray has also been another favorite. I love setting my face with this after I'm done my makeup. Here we go. It's got that little ball in it, so you do need to shake it up because there are illuminating particles in it. But if you shake up this spray very well, spray your face, and then what I love to do is take my damp beauty sponge and then press it into my skin. The finish is so pretty. You are literally glowing, but you're not greasy. This is oil-free, and it's alcohol-free as well, so it's not gonna make your face feel tight or anything. It's just gorgeous. And most of all, what I love most about this is that at the end of the day, I don't look extra oily, extra dewy, because this is an illuminating setting spray. I love glow, so I love trying out glowy products, and sometimes the glowy products can make you look a little more oily or a little more dewy at the end of the day. This does not. This is only sold at Walmart, so or of course on their website, so if you're interested in it, pick it up. I love it. Love it. This is dirty, so please don't judge me, but I have been using this for a few months now, and I was like, you know what? I haven't talked about it. This E.L.F. sponge is so good. This is, I think they call it the E.L.F. complexion sponge. I love how soft it is. I did use it this morning, so it is a little it's still a little damp, but this is what it looks like. I love the flat edge. Kind of reminds me of the Real Techniques shape. You've got this pointy end here, so you can use that to blend out your concealer, but I don't know, I love the way this blends out my foundation compared to the Real Techniques sponge. I'm not buying the Beauty Blender. I found so many other sponges that I love that I'm not going to buy it. I think it's a great sponge, but this is what, $6, and I can't stop reaching for it, so no, not buying that. But I really love it. So I just wanted to talk about it because I use it all the time and I haven't talked about it, and I think you should check it out if you're interested. This Maybelline Snapscara Mascara. Hello lashes, this is what I'm wearing today. I love this. Every mascara that I use, I always use my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer. If you don't have it, you need it in your life. But even with that, this looks so pretty, and I love how it lengthens my lashes. Like I feel like the bristles, let me show you the bristles. So here are the bristles of the mascara, and I feel like it does such a great job, or the bristles do such a great job of just like separating your lashes so they actually sit up and they're lengthened. So I feel like the bristles almost are acting like your fingers and just goes through and lengthens your lashes, separates them so that you can have more of that lengthening effect. But I also feel like it does add good volume, so it doesn't look like I just have like spider legs sitting on my eyes. I feel like I have lengthening, and I also have volumizing, which is what I really want from any mascara that I use. So I love it. Revlon Ultra HD Vinyl Lip Polishes. Y'all, you need to try them out. They're so good. I'm wearing a combination of two, so I'll swatch all three of them so you can see what they look like. This is the shade Rule the World. I love the names too, so we'll just go up here. This is Rule the World. Love this hot pink color right here. Where are we at? Right here. Then we have the two that are on my lips. So I put down first this one, which is Power Up. It's such a pretty coral shade. Looks so pretty. I'm also wearing it in the video that I did when I did the tutorial on the ColourPop palette. Where are we at? Right here. And then I topped it with this shade, which is called Naturel. Beautiful pinky nude. I love, this is like a lip lacquer if you're familiar with that formulation. I love a good lip lacquer because I think it's the perfect blend between a lipstick and a lip gloss. So they're not necessarily as thin as some lip glosses are, but they're not so thick like an extremely thick lip gloss, and they're also not as dry as some lipsticks might feel. It's a great combination of a lipstick and a lip gloss. So my lips feel hydrated. I've got some sheen to my lips, but they're not overly sticky. So when I go like this, my lips stick together just slightly, but nothing to where I feel like as I'm talking you see lines of just like thick gloss, or it feels like I have to put in energy to separate my lips. It's nothing like that. I love them. I think they have, I don't know how many shades they have in total. From what I've seen on the display, it looks like there might be a good 8 or 9 shades, maybe 8 to 10 shades. And I definitely want to pick up more because they're really, really, really good. Of course, get you a CVS coupon so you can save on some money. But these are so good. I really have been enjoying them this month. That's it. Those are all of my favorites for the month of July. Like I said, I played with some new makeup in July, but I really am trying to do my best to like use my makeup, go through my makeup, and then also not spend money on makeup that I don't need. So not saying I'm not buying any new makeup, because I am, but I'm very happy to see that in my July favorites I had some products that, oh, I do have one more I want to talk about. So this is not a new product, but I have been using this so much lately. So this Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Loose Setting Powder, I have mine in the shade Honey. I bought this when this came out in January. I used it for the month of January and loved it. And then, like as always, you pick up a new product and you don't use what you already have. Well, for the past like month and a half, I've been going back to this powder and I love it. The way that I love to use it now, because I wasn't using it like this before, is after I apply my makeup, I take my damp sponge and I press it into the powder and then press it into my skin, and I love the finish of it. This powder is a mattifying powder, but I feel like with using it with a sponge, I don't get that overly matte look to my face. I mean, my face is gonna look matte, but it doesn't look too matte. But I also love that this powder does prolong my foundation, and that's been one of my favorite components of the powder, is that I know when I put this powder on, my foundation is going to last, it's going to get me through the day, it's going to conceal any excessive sweating that I might be doing because it is hot as I don't know what. I feel like the devil is just breathing on all of us. And so I love this powder right now. It has been the only powder that I want to use on my face because I know it's going to do what I need it to do, make my makeup look good, make it last. So love it, love it, love it. Now we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below what your July favorites have been for this month, because even though I'm trying not to buy too much makeup, I'm still buying makeup. I'd love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.